Hello, 大家好. Welcome to 小瓜 Chinese. This is Zhifei. Today I want to talk about something probably very common but very unspoken. When you learn a language that you want to compare yourself to other language learners. So lately, one of my students sent me a message asking for help. So basically, he is very close to reaching fluency in Chinese, and he's an outstanding Mandarin learner by reaching the level that he has right now within a year. Basically, he realized that he was comparing himself to other Mandarin learners a lot, sometimes even with someone that has learned Chinese for over 10 years, which has created a sense of insecurity and feeling of not enough. I totally understand him. I used to do the same thing too. Then I realized there must be so many language learners out there are doing this and end up feeling bad. So today I'm going to share my own stories and share with you some tips that can help you overcome if this is what you're experiencing. So here's my story. During my first master's in Spain, the whole class was divided into two groups based on their Spanish skills. So it was an atmosphere that it was very easy for you to compare yourself to other, classmates. At that point, I noticed something very interesting. Those that had worse Spanish, including myself at that point, we obviously felt bad because we were like, we're not good enough, so we're in a worse Spanish group. However, those that had better Spanish also felt bad. Why? Because they were scared. Because things change. One day they can be moved to another group and get surpassed. So they were not having a good time either. At the end, you know what? My professors really sucked by doing this because nobody was enjoying it. Also, if you compare yourself to others, you are definitely going to fail as everyone has something that we can learn from. So in a way, you always lose. So I'm going to offer you two tips and you can do either one that you feel like to, and I'm sure this will help you. The key is to shift your perspective. The first tip. This is what you need to realize. When you're comparing, you put yourself in a scarcity state because ultimately we compare to protect our ego. So here are some questions that you can ask to help yourself get out of that state and end up feeling more abundant. The first question is, can I congratulate this person and encourage them to keep improving? So by trying to do this, you get yourself out of that comparison because you're putting your focus on them and you're trying to be happy for them. The second question is, if I were to congratulate this person, what would I say? The third question is, how can I appreciate this person even more? Maybe because of them, I'm inspired to learn languages in a different way, or they show me the possibility of reaching that level. It can be so many things, and you learn to actually appreciate the existence of this person instead of suffering and because you're feeling not enough. So the second thing that you can do is turn that comparison into curiosity. How can I learn from this person? Take my students, for example. If he knows someone who speaks better Chinese than him, then they must have been doing something that were helpful for them to reach this level. If he is really curious, and he might end up talking to this person and asking them, hey, you speak awesome Chinese. Can you share some tips with me? What have you done? What has been helpful for you to reach this level and help yourself speak Chinese like how you do right now? So at the beginning, when you're trying to shift your perspective like this, it's going to feel a bit unnatural as your brain is wired to go to another direction. But I promise you, with enough repetition, you will master this. When you come across an awesome Mandarin or other language learners, you won't see them as a threat. You will feel abundant and free instead. And you will also see a chance to learn. Alright, I hope this video has been helpful for you. Keep being awesome and see you next time.